Welcome, folks, to an introduction to We Talk. Basically, this is going to be just a brief outline of what to expect, and more importantly, this is a test of some new broadcasting software that I have undertaken. So, this is all new to me. So, we're going to see what we can see. So, if anyone's out there, let me know. So far, everything looks good, but I won't know what it sounds like until I'm done. So if you notice anything, don't hesitate to let me know. So, as many of you know, I took some time off from Beyond the Trailer Park as it was becoming overwhelming, but I've decided to jump back into the podcasting world. Although this time it's going to be at a much slower pace. We Talk, as I'm titling this endeavor, is currently going to be on a schedule of about 4 to 6 weeks between episodes. That'll give me time to do proper research and to get guests when I would like, and give me time to read their material and all that fun stuff. Like many of you, my work schedule was severely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. And even though I did not lose my job, my hours were reduced. And now they are, after 6, 7 weeks, they are back to, well, normal, if you can call that. Actually, our business increased, if that's possible. While we didn't have dine-in, we did have takeout and delivery, which we've always had, but it really took off. The fact that it was graduation time and we have other social gatherings that had to redo their plans, I think that's what increased our business, plus people just didn't feel like cooking. So this is going to be a short video. Nowhere near what I'm planning for We Talk. I'm thinking in 1 hour to 2 hours, depending on the topic. Probably closer to 2, knowing me, because I'm quite verbose. I'm going to check to see. Haha! Excellent. Can you hear me? My friend Dee is out in the audience, so she's checking things. And do I have an echo? So you'll have to excuse the starts and stops as we connect. And from what I understand, the new software I'm using, there is a 5-second delay between them and YouTube. So we shall see. So I'm waiting to see. Yes, I can hear you. No, I hear no echo. Oh, that is most excellent. So, where was I? And yes, I do have a script for this. So some of you may be wondering, We Talk basically came about because, if anybody knows me, my curiosity about various people and topics run the gamut. From counter-apologetics to basically debunking pseudoscience. And what I hope to do is to explore those interests a bit more, as well as introducing various individuals that I find interesting, whether it be a fellow podcaster, a YouTube personality, blogger, author, yada, yada, yada. And then, like my episode coming up, I still say our, but I will have 2 guests on next Monday. We'll be discussing, forgeries in the antiquities market, specifically Dead Sea Scrolls, but I don't want to give too much away. And while I am an atheist, We Talk is not necessarily an atheist podcast per se. Yes, my atheism informs my personal life choices, specifically surrounding SOCUS issues and that basically separation of church state. But I am more than just an atheist. Atheism is my conclusion. Basically, you won't find quackery of any kind, hopefully. Go ahead and fact check me on things. But I will be debunking such, whether it's creation versus evolution, whether it's pseudomedicine, alt medicine, whatever you want to call it. Yada, it's just going to go on from there. So, to give you an idea, the first episode we're planning on doing was supposed to be this past Monday, but we ran into some tech issues, hence the testing of this new software, because my streaming software before decided it did not want to communicate with Skype and or YouTube. So I had to find a quick replacement, and I think I may have hit on one with this, what am I using? StreamYard. Yeah, that's it. So right now I'm testing it out, and one thing I do like about it so far is that it's intuitive, where the other programs for me were not so much. But TechSnag kind of put the kibosh on Monday, so we're going to move it to this coming Monday, depending on how the test goes. Basically, my guests and I, we were going to, as I said, talk about the forgeries in the antiquity market. Now, compare that to my next planned episode, which would be in July. I plan on profiling an anti-vax nurse that caught my eye late last year. And I'm not talking about the nutball Erin Marie, who was on Fox News this past week. Although I may touch on her at some point in time. So there's not going to be a rhyme or reason to my topics. I'm not, unless for some reason it goes into multiple parts due to length. And regretfully, my dear listeners, yes, Poop Cult Lady is in the mix. And the only reason Poop Cult Lady is in the mix is that her second official book came out today. So, as much as I hate doing so, I'm going to be purchasing her book in the next week and digesting it and hopefully ripping it to shreds. If it's anything like what's been going on her YouTube the past couple months, it's gonna be real fun. And she's already talking about a third book. Yeah. But I do plan on to make up for that, having to bring her into the mix. But hell, it's been 5 years now. Why not? I do plan on some interesting interviews and profiles. And if all goes well, I'll be getting to those soon. So, with that said, let me take a look at what's going on. Okay, how's it sounding now, D? With that said, I am looking for new to me topics or people of interest. So don't hesitate to either drop me a line on Facebook under Beth A. Hambridge. You can do it either via Messenger or private message or whatever those thingies are. I think they're the same thing, but some people say they're not. Or you can come over to the We Talk Facebook page and put a note in there, and I'll take a look at it and see what I can see. If you have any backing information or, anything that would get me started, so I'm not going into it completely cold, send that along. More than welcome to. There was a tiny bit of an echo, but it was brief. Okay. I can deal with brief. It's when we get crazy ass shit. Whoops, wrong thing. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let me take a look here. Excellent. So I can watch the chat room either from YouTube or from StreamYards. What am I using? StreamYards. Yeah, I gotta get that in my head. I keep wanting to say Yard Stream. But yeah, it should be interesting to see what I can do with this. Now, with all the preliminary stuff said, this is the part I hate. Podcasting is purely a hobby for me. I do not try to make money off of my podcasting as a means to paying my bills. I have a full-time job, and I don't have the wherewithal or the patience to do this as a full-time endeavor. But that being said, I may come across some needs to expand my research capabilities. Currently, I have 3: an all-in-one printer, and as odd as it sounds, funds for book purchases, sorry about that, as well as to purchase paywall journal papers. Generally, I like to read an author's books or papers, sometimes their entire catalog, depending on the topic, before doing an interview. 99 out of 100 times, I can find them either really, really super cheap, sometimes even free, depending. I look for the lowest cost option, whether it be ebook, or if I have the time, I will actually write the author of the journal paper directly to get a copy. And sometimes I will also write the book author and get a copy. But that's only if I have the time, because there's, 2 to 3 week lag time between there. And as weird as this sounds, considering this is the first day using the software, my third want is to upgrade the streaming service from free to basic. And then I won't run into any limitations on the amount of streaming that I can do. As it stands now, I'm not planning on Patreon, just using PayPal, which is Dune 999 3 9s and an 8 at gmail.com. Ping me, I can send it to you. If you're able to donate, that's fine. If you don't want to, that's fine. I will make do with what I got. Now, as far as Patreon, I may change that, but I have really no plans to. I don't plan on putting out that much content, every week. I may bring back Twat Waffles of the Week, though. We'll see. So, with that said, remember, I am not tech savvy, so if you noticed any glitches, for anybody that may be listening, let me know. I will try to get them fixed. And as I said, that's why we didn't have an episode last week. I do things bare bones. I'm more interested in what my content is. So, welcome y'all to We Talk. You're doing great, Beth. Slow and steady. Repeat that again. What am I repeating? Oh, Dune 998 at com. And if you haven't noticed, folks, I do have a speech problem, and y'all know why, but oh well. So with that, hi, Daryl. It's nice of you to make it. Okay, so What are you sorry for, D? So no hitches? Okay, so I'm going to wrap that and then take a listen to see what I hear, and I think that went good and very intuitive. Ah, I'll be posting it around. This was just basically a test I threw together for tonight. I figured I better test it before Monday, so, or before I do a test with you and Morgan. So this was excellent. I literally, this is all web based. They do it on a cloud system, so I don't have to do anything with my computer other than YouTube. So this will work. This will work. All right. Thanks, you two, for chatting. You gave me some feedback. And with that, I'm going to say sayonara now. End the broadcast. Yeah.